Page 348. The slope of a line is a ratio that describes which way the line slants and how steep it is. M equals slope equals rise over run. And then they give us our ratio. Y2 minus Y1 over X2 minus X1. Let's look at number 22. We have 6, 8. That is a point. And we have -2, -4. Let's label the points. This is X1, Y1, X2, Y2. We have point number 1, and there's an X and Y in point number 1. We have point number 2, and there's an X and Y in point number 2. So I have X1, Y1, X2, Y2. When we set up the formula, we say the slope is Y2 minus Y1 over X2 minus X1. So let's plug the numbers in, and I'm going to have -4 minus 8 over -2 minus 6. -4 and -8 is -12. -2, -6 is -8. Negative over a negative is a positive. 4 goes into 12. 4 goes into 12. 3 times. 4 goes into 8. 2 times. So my slope is 3 over 2. Let's do number 23 together. I have 5, 1, -1, 1. Let's label the point. X1, Y1, X2, Y2. Plug it in. 1 minus 1 over -1, -5. 1 minus 1 is 0. -1, -5 is -6. When you have 0 in the numerator, that equals 0. 0 slope is a flat line. 0 slope is a flat line. There is 0 slope. Let's try number 24 together. -3, 0, -3, 5, X1, Y1, X2, Y2, 5 minus 0 over -3, -3. 5 minus 0 is 5. -3, negative is a positive. The zero's in the denominator. So since you've been adding and subtracting fractions, 3rd or 4th grade, we've always told you if zero's in the denominator, it's undefined. It is not 0. It is the wall. If they ask you what the slope is, don't put wall. What is it? No slope or undefined. Yes, sir.
Did you put Y2 before Y1?
You know what? When I was learning this the first time, you put Y2 minus Y1 over X2 minus X1. And I remember asking my algebra teacher the same thing. And he said, because Y2 comes first. And it really, really bothered me. And then I asked another teacher at some other point, probably in Algebra 2, the next time we did it. And they said, well, 2 minus 1 equals 1. And that made even less sense to me. Then finally, I asked another person, and they said, It really doesn't matter. You will get the exact same answer if you write y1 minus y1 minus y2 over x1 minus x2, as long as on the top the 1 comes first and the bottom the 2 comes. Then right? And then in the denominator you have the 1 minus the 2. It's a ratio, so you can mix it up. And for some reason, when I was learning this, you're right, that really bothered me. But then another reason to do it, y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1, is if you remember it's y2 minus y1, that in a way helps me remember that y is in the numerator and x is in the denominator. Because a lot of people will get this wrong on the test or the quiz, because they'll put x in the numerator, and that'll make your answer wrong. So if I put y2 in the numerator, that kind of starts me thinking that the whole thing is backwards. So that's my explanation. Yes?
Why is the y the numerator?
Because it's rise over run, right? So you go vertical, then horizontal. Rise over run. Try number 25 on your own, and then we will do it together.